You know, it's crazy to think that even years after their passing, certain comic book character deaths continue to spark outrage and debate among fans. It's a testament to the power of these characters and the emotional investment we have in their stories. But what makes these deaths so significant, and why do they still evoke such strong emotions? One of the most infamous deaths in comic book history is, of course, the demise of Superman in the Death of Superman storyline. This event sent shockwaves throughout the comic book community, and its impact can still be felt today. Another death that still gets fans talking is the sacrifice of Jean Grey in the Dark Phoenix Saga. This tragic event has been referenced countless times in popular culture, and its influence can be seen in many other stories. Then there's the heartbreaking death of Todd Rice, also known as Obsidian, in the Infinity Crisis storyline. This death was particularly significant due to its impact on the DC universe as a whole. And lastly, who can forget the shocking demise of Spider-Man's beloved Gwen Stacy? This classic storyline continues to be referenced and reimagined to this day. Let's take a closer look at the context surrounding these character deaths. In the case of Superman, his death was a bold move by the writers to shake up the DC universe and provide a fresh start for the character. The Death of Superman storyline was a massive commercial success, and its impact can still be seen in many modern comic book stories. The sacrifice of Jean Grey, on the other hand, was a pivotal moment in the X-Men comic book series, marking a turning point in the team's history. Todd Rice's death, as I mentioned earlier, had far-reaching consequences for the DC universe, while Gwen Stacy's demise was a harsh reminder of the realism and stakes in the Spider-Man universe. The fan reaction to these deaths was, of course, immense. Many fans were devastated by the loss of these beloved characters, and their passing sparked a heated debate about the role of death in comic books. Some argued that character deaths were a cheap way to generate buzz, while others saw them as a necessary step in the evolution of the story. Regardless, these deaths left an indelible mark on the comic book community. But of all these deaths, one stands out as particularly significant: the sacrifice of Jean Grey. This event was more than just a dramatic plot twist. It was a powerful commentary on the nature of sacrifice and the consequences of power. The Dark Phoenix Saga is still widely regarded as one of the greatest comic book storylines of all time, and Jean's death remains an iconic moment in comic book history. So, to recap, we've explored some of the most controversial comic book deaths that still have fans talking today. From Superman to Spider-Man, these character deaths have left a lasting impact on the comic book community, and their significance shows no signs of fading anytime soon. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share your thoughts on these iconic character deaths in the comments below. If you liked this video, be sure to check out my other videos on comic book history and controversy.